So let's try to understand basically that photoelectric effect, which will just define that particle nature of light. Before that, we have a young double slit experiment and all other different experiments such like diffraction, Newton's ring, in which we have seen that light has wave nature. But after this photoelectric effect, the idea has been going to change. So let's try to understand what is happened to light in this photoelectric effect. So before that, let's see what is we are just going to do. So we have let us assume we have just one photographic plate, some metal plate, and where the light will come. And we have seen that if the frequency of light is greater than some particular frequency, the electron will come out. So these are the basic fundamental of this particular experiment, but experiment is entirely different. So let's try to understand what are the experiment. So first we will make a schematic diagram of this experiment, and then we will try to understand what is going on and how we can explain all these things. So, and this experiment was done by Hertz, but it is mainly explained by the great Einstein. So let's just go for a schematic diagram of this particular experiment. So we have one metal plate and there is another metal plate. Let's say this is emitter and let's say this is collector, and these are connected to some voltage, and obviously we have connected it some one emitter, and obviously we can just go for it. So initially what we have done, initially we will take it negative polarity, so we can make it negative and it will take it positive polarity, and we can keep all this thing into vacuum. So there is some chamber which is vacuum chamber, and we just try to impose some light on this emitter plate. What we have seen, so this light will come onto this particular emitter plate, and we have tried it with different color, different intensity. So what we have seen that if light of some frequency, and this frequency is greater than some particular frequency, then electron will come, and obviously this is negative polarity, so it will repel the electron. It has positive polarity, so it will just try to attract the electron, and electron will reach here, and we will see some deflection in emitter. And what we have seen, if we have if we can change this frequency less than some nu naught, suppose this frequency is less than nu naught, and whatever be the intensity, whatever be the intensity we have taken, whatever be the intensity we have taken, we have seen that there is not any current. So only current we will measure. So what is the first observation? The first observation is, so here we are writing what are the observation. The first observation we can see in this, suppose emitter is negative, so emitter is negative and collector is positive. What we have seen, if nu is greater than nu naught, then only current can be measured. Then only current can be measured. So this is for the thing, and if my frequency is less than nu naught, and whatever be the intensity, there is not any current. So this particular experiment can be only executed when frequency is greater than some particular frequency. And if frequency is less than some particular frequency, whatever be the intensity, intensity means you can increase the intensity by that opening the aperture of source, or you can just bring your source very near to this plate of emitter. Whatever you can do, you have not any current. So we have find that current is only for frequency which is greater than nu naught. So this is the first observation we can find into this particular photoelectric effect. Now let's go for the second observation, and it is very interesting. In now for the second observation, what we have done, we will take it positive polarity and we will make it negative. So this will be positive and this will be negative. And now we have taken the frequency always greater than nu naught. What we have taken? We have taken frequency is greater than nu naught. And we just try to plot, and this will be some potential. We are just changing this potential. And now if this is positive and this will be negative, then what will happen? This will try to attract the electron and this will try to repel the electron. So only those electron will reach up to this level which has more kinetic energy. Only those, so I am just repeating it again, only those electron will reach at there which will overcome of this particular potential, and this potential is all about negative potential. So what we have done, we just try to plot basically frequency versus this particular potential for given intensity, and we have also tried to plot we have just tried to plot basically IV curve in two different level. So first IV curve will be all about, so I is the current and V is the potential. So first IV curve I am just going to plot I versus V, and first we have just taking that frequency is constant, frequency is constant but intensity varies. So we have just vary the intensity, but we have just keeping the frequency constant. So what we have seen this type of curve. So this is this type of curve, and this is saturation current for positive, and there is some at some particular potential there is not any current, means no electron will reach there. And we have, this is my I1, this is my I2, this is my I3. We have all three frequency. What we have I3 is greater than I2 is greater than I1. So, and this is that this is basically current and this is my potential, and this is some, let's say some potential Vs. Obviously this will negative polarity. What we have seen for different intensity, if frequency is same, we have same value of Vs. Means we have same value of Vs means that current is 0 for same value of Vs. And second plot, what we are just going to plot here is all about intensity is fixed. Intensity is fixed, but frequency varies. And what we can see this curve is something like that. So intensity is fixed, but frequency is varied. And we have find, so this is again I versus V curve. This is your intensity. this will be minus Vs1, Vs2, Vs3, and this will be your, let's say, nu3, nu2, nu1. And what we have seen, Vs3 in term of magnitude is greater than Vs2 is greater than Vs1, and we have also seen that nu3 is greater than nu2 is greater than nu1. So what we have seen, that higher the frequency, we need higher potential to stop this particular electron. Lower the frequency, this electron will we need less potential to stop it. So this is we have two basically curve when emitter is basically positively charged and collector is negatively charged. So these are we have seen, and we are just concerned about this particular Vs, particularly Vs. And here, if we are changing the intensity, we don't have any change into this particular Vs. So how we can explain it? So before explaining it, we must just understand one basic phenomena of energy. So I don't think this is very important. So what we have to understand, suppose this is a potential, and this potential is, let's say this is positive and this is negative, and let's say this particular value is some Vs. So if we have n number of electrons, and all electrons have some kinetic energy, so we have only those electrons will reach here whose kinetic energy is more than Vs. So what I can say, that kinetic energy of electron greater than Vs, then only electron will reach at collector. This is very simple thing. Zero potential means, suppose we have, what is meaning of zero potential? Means not any what is meaning of zero current? Which means not any electron is going to reach at this particular collector. Let's say this is my emitter, this is my collector. So thing is that we have seen that this Vs will be dependent on frequency. It is not dependent on intensity. And from the wave nature, what we have seen that energy of wave will dependent on amplitude or intensity. But here what we can see that even if we are varying this particular intensity, I3 is greater than I2, I2 is greater than I1, what we can see, this Vs is same, means this Vs is same means the maximum kinetic energy electron will have the value Vs. Obviously you can just, let us assume this is your kinetic energy K1, another is kinetic energy K2, another is kinetic energy K3. Suppose K1 is greater than suppose we have K1 is greater than K2 is greater than K3. Suppose this type of situation is there. And suppose we have very less Vs, then all and this, and then what will happen? Then all electron will reach up to collector. And suppose we will increase the Vs such that, suppose in the case 1, we can just analyze this thing something like that. So for case 1, we have, let's say, K1 is greater than K2 is greater than K3 is greater than Vs1, then only, so all 3 electrons will reach up to collector because they will just overcome this potential. In second case, suppose K1 is greater than K2 is greater than Vs2 is greater than K3, then only first and second will reach up to this. Then third one is not going to reach, because its kinetic energy is less than potential, then it is not going to reach. Suppose third case, what we have, K1 is greater than Vs3. Suppose we are changing this Vs3 is greater than K2 is greater than K3, then only these electron will reach up to this. And suppose we have Vs3 is greater than K1 is greater than K2 is greater than K3, means no electron will reach up to this. Which means basically, as kinetic energy will increase, we need more and more potential to stop them. And what we have seen this stopping potential is actually dependent on frequency. So, but earlier we have thought that light is a wave, and for the wave this energy must be dependent on intensity, that when dependent on amplitude. But here we have seen that energy is dependent on this particular frequency. So this is a entirely contrast concept. We have contrast observation actually in this photoelectric effect given by Hertz, but unfortunately Hertz was not prepared. He doesn't give all this information, all this basically explanation of this observation. So this is a very different kind of situation. Now this can be explained by the great Einstein. Let's see what Einstein said it. So this is the mainly observation. The observations we have mainly these two graph. When we have changing this frequency, we have keep this frequency constant, and we have changing this particular intensity, we have seen that the stopping potential is same. But when we have fixed the intensity and we are going to change the frequency, then we have seen the higher the frequency, higher the stopping potential, and we have to just try to understand this thing. And one more thing is important, that this all effect or this all observations are the nu is greater than nu naught. Why it is happening that? So we have to explain this thing, and this all thing can be explained by Einstein.